All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, ready to divine the word, the truth, the sincerity, and Shalom to you believers out there. Akim Ma'akwa. All right. So, real quick, um, you know, just want to get into various topics, articles I've seen posted by other brothers in their videos and things, I came across. So this first one is the Washington Post. It says, "Don't store money in Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal," regulator says. Okay. And it said, when you go down here, it says, "A federal consumer watchdog on Thursday warned consumers not to store money on payment apps such as Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal because that money is not automatically insured by the government and could be completely lost if the company fails." All right, and it says popular digital payment apps are increasingly used as substitutes for traditional bank and credit union accounts, but lack the same protections to ensure that funds are safe. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Director Rohit Chopra said in a news release Thursday. So it's telling people, don't keep it. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you is banking with like Wells Fargo, Chase, things like that, yeah, it or some type of credit union, it's ultimately might be better. But I do want to go back because just remember a couple months ago, you had people that's at Bank America, reporting missing money, and they was getting fluked, on information. Now I don't know how that went, but according to them, I guess these people was insured. More than likely, hopefully they got their money back. But that's just gonna take me to this precept right here because let it load up. We're not to trust in this system. All right. And we most definitely now, money is a defense. That was the problem. All right. Ecclesiastes 7:12, it says, "For wisdom is a defense." Of course, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures is most definitely a defense, and it prevents all types of things. All right. And money is a defense. So money is a defense. You got bills, you got certain obligations. All right. Such as your wife. You might have a wife or your lady, your children. All right. Yeah, it's a defense. All right. Say your car break down. All right. You got it. You got some money. You can hurry up and get it fixed. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. All right. So it's nothing like having this wisdom. And this is what we're supposed to trust on. And when you trust on this wisdom and knowledge and get that understanding, okay, when you trust on that, you're basically trusting on the Lord. You're trusting on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. So the slack it. I'm tongue tied today, y'all. It's been a long day. But the precept, all right, that I originally wanted to get was Proverbs 23, all right, in verse 5, and it says, Will thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings." All right. And when you go up one verse, it says what? "Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own eyes." There's nothing wrong with, having some bank. There's nothing wrong with, having a decent living. All right. But we not supposed to just be out here focusing on the bag too much. Now you got to go to work. I ain't telling nobody not to work and get their money. But our main objective, us brothers in the truth, is what? To teach His word. All right. It's supposed to be number one. All right. Now again, I'm not telling brothers, I don't want no simpleton to come like, "Oh, you telling people not to work." And no, get your money. All right. Go ahead and get it. But just know the Lord is giving the increase. All right. Whether that be in His knowledge, whether that be in any type of success, and most definitely money. The Lord provides everything, whether you get $5 that day or $500 or $5,000 that day. All right, but labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Will thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? See, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven, right? You can have money one day, the next day it's gone. And when they telling you, trust traditional banks and things of that nature, well, really, we're not to fully trust none of them, all right? Because at the end of the day, as time go on and they want to implement that mark, all right, that charagma, the money is going to get funny, all right? The money is going to get funny, okay? And money is here today and gone tomorrow, all right? So that's why, I was thinking about this precept. Let me see. Another one, Isaiah 36. In verse 6, it says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, right? On Egypt, all right? Meaning a lot of people out here trust in oppression, man. Because when you go into the representation of Egypt, all right, it's going into the representation of bondage. That's why the Lord said he would bring us in Egypt again, all right, by way of ships, roughly paraphrasing, all right? Because in ancient Egypt, we served heavy bondage. And in these Americas, we serve heavy bondage. In America, we did, as well as the South America, all right? But this place, America, the new Egypt, all right? This is where people put their trust. A lot of brothers and sisters, they can't see past America, man. And that's where, we have this knowledge because we're looking towards another place. We looking towards the kingdom, all right? We know this place going down. Continuing on, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him, all right? And that new Pharaoh is the Edomites, man, all right? The shadow government. See, Joe Biden, he's not running the show, all right? He's taking orders, all right? You have the Rothschilds that could be considered the pharaohs of today, all right? Because they run things for real, all right? But trusting on them, on that broken reed, guess what? You gonna fall, the reed gonna fall, and it's gonna go through your hand and pierce it. That's what you get for trusting in this whole system, in this money system, man. This money system is crashing. So I just want to bring this to brothers and sisters' attention, all right? Because I know a lot. I got Cash App, I got Chime, I even got PayPal. I really don't use the PayPal, but I know people got Venmo and those other things, because you can just transfer the money. And it's simple. But yeah, just bringing it to you brothers and sisters' attention. Now moving on, I want to go into, because it's a lot. Now check this out, brothers and sisters. All right. Orcas, all right. And those orcas is killer whales, all right, like Shamu back in the day. Like when you go to SeaWorld, I don't know how many of y'all went to SeaWorld, but the orcas is like, what was that movie they had? Free Willy, those type of whales. I'll show you an orca. But orcas have sunk 3 boats in Europe and appear to be teaching others to do the same. But why, man? So you have these orcas, right? These fish, these creatures, man, are very intelligent. All right. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua gave them a certain intelligence and put a certain spirit on them. And like the brother was going into, who I originally, came to this, who presented this article. All right, and I was like, I gotta use it. The Lord has everything at his discretion. Anything could be turned into a weapon from the Lord. All right. Not just people and missiles the animals, man. And they are rejecting the Edomites. These animals even tired of Esau, man. All right. So it says Orca. And then I seen another where it said they was in let's see. Let me look it up on my other phone. Where the orcas was man. Hold on, let me get it. I'm looking it up on my other phone. It was somewhere else, but this is in Europe. Alright. It was somewhere else. I want to say Guatemala. No, let me see. Why is my phone acting slow? All right, I'm gonna let my phone load up, but I'm gonna continue reading. It says scientists think a traumatized orca initiated the assault on boats after a critical moment of agony, and that the behavior is spreading among the population through social learning. Man, these animals are very intelligent, man. Very intelligent. All right. It says, where's these orcas? Okay, Europe. I can't see the other ones. But yeah, these animals are very intelligent. All right. Orcas have attacked and sunk a third boat off the Iberian coast of Europe, and experts now believe the behavior is being copied by the rest of the population. So they're teaching other orcas like to drown these boats because ain't no telling what Esau Edom is doing, throwing off these boats and doing to the orcas. They might be killing them. They might see their fellow, species dying, man. All right, because even the sea life have beached itself, and that means committed suicide due to the plastic, the toxins in the oceans, man. All right, that's really amazing, though, man. That's amazing, man. All right, so let's get this precept right here. Okay, that's really amazing, man. When I heard the brothers bring out the article, I was like, I gotta snatch that. So when you go to Wisdom of Solomon 12, all right, starting at verse 9, it says, now that thou was unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, all right, meaning like, the Lord could have raised Israel up, all right, to take out Esau in battle. The Lord could have raised us up to, Esau could have had his missiles, and then at a point, he could have raised Israel up to build better weapons and more powerful weapons and to take over and become get our own land and, beat them in war and start getting our own lands and doing things. But no. Or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts. And see, the Lord is going to start using the beasts all right, to take out Esau Edom, man. Because he got that at his disposal. He has the fowls in the air. He has all the, mammals and all of the sea life. He even have the animals on land at his disposal. Or with one rough word, man. One rough word, and the Lord can end planet Earth. All right? One rough word, and the Lord can end whatever he want to do, man. Okay? But one thing about it, his word is destroying Esau Edom's kingdom, man. All right? It really is. The Lord have everything at his disposal. Okay? To to use as a weapon. All right, let me see something. But I just thought this was amazing, man, that these orcas is really doing that, and they teaching the other orcas. All right. Ecclesiasticus 18, starting at verse 2, it says, the Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand. And all things obey his will, all things. So the Lord put it on the spirit for those orcas to start sinking boats, or that one orca to sink the boat and teach the other orcas. And now he putting it on their spirit to do so. All right. All things obey his will. That mean the bees, the flies, the bats, the birds, the wolves, the sheep, the dogs, me, you, okay? For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane, all right? So the point of that verse is what? The Lord, he governed the world, all right? With the palm of his hand, man. The world is nothing in the Lord's hand, and everything gonna obey his will. All right. But I just thought that was very amazing that, these orcas is, man, and it tell you that like dolphins, they are very intelligent. All right. But this sea life is very intelligent, man. Okay. And they teaching the others to do when they see boats, like sink them. Cause ain't no telling what's happening, man. They probably is traumatized. All right. So moving on in the other article. Let's get this one. Oh wait, Slocky. Let's get this one. Wait, hold on. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was recording. Okay, let's get this one. Where is it at? Yep, right here. It's the one. This is the one. Speaking of the devil, you see this title? A gender-sensitive translation of the Hebrew Bible has hit digital shelves. Not everyone is happy. All right, and I'm including the one of those people that ain't happy, man. You see the headline. All right. A new Bible translation that eschews, and let's get eschews. Let's look that word up. Because when you're dealing with Esau, he uses words that people don't commonly use. That's how his power is in his words. Let's get the word eschew. All right, eschew. To avoid habitually, especially on moral or practical grounds. Shun. All right. Shun. To avoid deliberately and especially habitually. All right. Eschew. All right. So it says a new Bible translation that shunned gender pronouns for the Most High is now available through Safari. All right. So, this Bible, instead of like where it says he, she, is gonna be, they, them, it, or however it's gotta be put. All right. The online library of Jewish texts prompting backlash on social media from some who see the change as sacrilege, man. All right. And I think it got something to do with these 1948ers, man. They not the real people, man. Okay. But you see what we have here, man. A gender. So they took it upon themselves to say that the Lord got it wrong. Because when you're dealing with these Edomites, man, they have a God complex. They think that they are. They think that they want to be like I am. How the Lord saying I am he. All right. They'll take that out. Okay. That's what gender sensitive means. Meaning everywhere you see a he or she is going to turn to a them or they or it or, it's not going to have he or she in it. So you see what they doing, man. This is the agenda that they on. All right. Until ultimately, right here, you see where it says Utah primary schools ban Bible for vulgarity and violence. All right. So, man, the move follows a complaint from a parent that the King James Bible has material unsuitable for children. But yet, when you go in these schools, they got sex ed up in these elementary schools. But they want to ban the Bible. All right, but they got stuff on there talking in schools, books in schools, you know, basically like porno. You know, they flying the ABC community flags. They're, you got children now talking about their transformers. Okay, but yet they want to ban the Bible. All right, they're saying the Most High got it wrong. All right, the Most High is wrong. That's what I get out of it. That's what they're saying when they want to change the Bible to gender sensitive, when they want to ban the Bible because they feel like it's violent and vulgar. Now, the Bible does have violence in there. All right, but let's get the scriptures. Let's just see what the scriptures say. All right, let's just see what the scriptures say. Let me go here. Psalms 18 and verse 30. It says, as for the Most High, his way is perfect. All right. You see, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting with the elites and all these people who are against him, that says, no, I wasn't born a man. I want to be a woman. I don't want to be a woman. I want to be a man. No, I'm supposed to be able to lay with a dude. I'm supposed to be able to lay with a woman, even though I'm a woman. I'm a them. I'm not a he, even though they born a male. They saying the Most High got it wrong. He not perfect. All right. The word of the Lord is tried. It's tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. So the words of the Lord is tried, man. Signed, sealed, and delivered. All right. It's a wrap. They already, matter of fact, they saying the Lord got it wrong, boy. They clowning. Proverbs 30 and 5. It says, every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. So that just reiterated, okay, what Psalms 18 said. Every word of the Most High is pure. Every word. All right, let's go here. Let's go back in the book of Psalms. All right, Psalms 12 and verse 6. It says, the words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. See? So the words of the Lord are pure, just like it said in Proverbs. All right, they're pure. Okay, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, just like it said in Psalms, they tried. It's tried. The words purified 7 times, meaning completely purified. All right, because when you go into 7, that's a number of completion. Purified 7 times, completely purified. All right, this is the Lord. The way the scriptures is formatted and set up and was wrote is perfect. All right. Let's get this. Perfect. And that's why when you go to 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16, what do it say? All right. It says all scripture, all right, is given by inspiration of the Most High. All right. Even the violence in the scriptures, the harsh, whatever you deem to be harsh, it was inspired by the Most High. All right. And guess what? The Lord's word is pure and they perfect, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, man. And the reason why, you have all this madness going on, because people is not seeking out of the word of the scriptures. For what? For reproof, for correction, and for instruction in righteousness, man. They want to ban this. Why? Because these words are profitable for doctrine, reproof, correction, and instruction in righteousness. Because when you go to the elites, they are adverse. When you go into that word Satan, meaning adverse, they're adverse to the scriptures. So that's why they want to ban the scriptures, man. All right. So I just wanted to bring them precepts out because you see what's happening, man. And this not gonna be the only school, man. It's not it's gonna come down to this government banning the scriptures, man, and it's gonna spread. All right. So now I want to get this other article. All right. And it's the last one. It says White House threatens to pull aid to Uganda over you see the letters bill. Again, when you go into Esau, Edom, and the elites, they are Satan, meaning adverse, man. They're Satanists, man. When you go into Satan, all right, it's going into adverse. They adverse to the Lord. Why? Because they know the Lord is they're Edomites. They don't have repentance. All right, and they know they're going into slavery, man. This is their kingdom. Their kingdom is crumbling. They know the Lord ain't with them. So, hey, if the Lord ain't with you, period, well, you're gonna do everything adverse. They was born to be the devils. They was born to be adverse. They was born to be the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan, man. All right, it was already set up. It says the proposed law calls for penalties up to life in prison and even death. The death sentence for what is described as aggravated. You see the word, and it's so funny because Esau say aggravated assault, and it say aggravated H word. All right. But yeah, Uganda ain't playing, man. See, Uganda, they going, because see, you can get life, but the Lord basically said kill him. All right, because when you go to Leviticus, now we can't do that, right now. But we had a law that said that. All right, Leviticus 20 and 13, it says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. That is in the law. All right, that was our law for this type of activity. It was like, just get rid of them, man. We don't even don't lock them up. Just get rid of them. But guess what? Esau, he protects them. That's why you reading this headline. It says they want to pull the aid from Uganda over there. All right. The White House is warning that a proposed Ugandan bill that would outlaw identifying as, you see those letters, could threaten U.S. aid to the African country. So since they not getting down with this, the letters, their aid is going to be pulled because America is adverse to the scriptures. Even though when they have a president, they take the Bible and they swear on the Bible. And in that Bible is Leviticus 20 and 13. But yet they do what? What's adverse? Because they are adverse to the scriptures, man. All right. Let me get this. See? And the thing about Esau, thing about your boy Esau, man. He always in other people's business and trying to tell them how to run their countries and stuff. All right. Psalms 37 and 35, it says, I have seen the wicked, all right, the Edomites in great power, all right, and spreading himself like a green bay tree, right? And that's where you get Revelation 18, how, let's get it, Revelation 18. In verse 3, it says what? For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Meaning that wine is going into the philosophies, the ideologies, all right? And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. Who is her? America, Babylon the Great. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, right? Because Kamala Harris went over there to Uganda with like $60 million for that. And I guess they turned it down. So, and they've been getting aid. All right. But see, the other kings of the earth, they got down. That's why right now, matter of fact, let me get something real quick. Let me see something. Man, who is? Oh, yep. I know which one. That's why right now. Yep. 4 days ago. Look at this headline. Now, South Korea normally is, conservative, man. They're a very conservative country. South Korea, just like North Korea. All right. Just like China. They basically kind of, they will be on the more reserved, the more conservative side. But you see, 4 days ago, South Korea first ever same-sex marriage bill goes to parliament in what? South Korea. And who is South Korea in league with? They're in league with the United States. All right. North Korea is more in league with Russia and the BRICS. South Korea is more in league with us, the United States. And what do you see happening? The same things that's in America. And I heard somebody say, you wouldn't have seen this years ago. No. Why are you seeing it now? Why are you seeing it now? Let's go back. Well, because what? For verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. See? That's why. That's why you seeing this in a town, in a country where you previously wouldn't have seen it. Psalms 37 and 35, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. See? All right. This is what happens when the kings of the earth, drink of that wine, commit that fornication, man. This is the first ever bill. The first in 2023. All right. Uganda ain't getting down right now. Who knows what the future might hold? But right now, the White House is threatening to pull their aid. See? You see that? All right, so I just wanted to bring this out. I got one more precept, and gotta do it. Because see, the Lord is controlling everything, man. Isaiah 19 and 14, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. All right, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. All right, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Yeah, and again, this new Egypt. All right, because the scriptures is manifold. All right, this is the new Egypt. All right, and the Lord mingled this perverse spirit. All right, and caused this country to err in every work thereof. And all is left is judgment. All right. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. To the next lesson. Shalom.